guys, I'm glad you guys decided to stick with me. Thank you so much for coming today. Thank you so much for all the new subscribers. Thank you for everyone that takes out their time to see my video. I am super grateful and I'm super happy, guys. I'm just like this because it is really cold. I'm coming your way all the way from Estonia. I'm in Estonia at the moment. My voice is like gone because it was like a bit of a trip. I think 8 hours trip, but I'm doing well and I'm fine. So thank you so much for coming back to my channel. If it's the first time you're seeing any of my video, I think you should subscribe to it because this is an info hub channel. We share a lot of information apart from students. We do a lot of things. We talk about traveling, migration, all that. We bring informations of what is happening around. So guys, smash the notification button and also don't forget to share with your friends. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. Okay. Now, today I'm not coming your way with anything that has to do with job. Either am I coming your way with anything that has to do with um, let's say Lithuania. Guys, for those of you that don't know me, for those of you from Kenya, Ethiopia, from Ghana, like Mexico, Croatia, I have like a mixed fan base when it comes to YouTube. So, guys, by nationality, I am a Nigerian. Yeah. So, most of you are asking me, are you from Ghana? Are you from Cameroon? I am a Nigerian. So, today, guys, there's something I really want us to talk about. Yeah, it's not something very sweet. It's not something very good. It's something that is very sad. Okay, guys, there was something that happened in Nigeria. That was on the 30th of November. That actually brought cameras back. The thing is, a lot of things have been happening in my country, and when it happens, most of the time they don't take it serious. They just sweep it under the carpet. During my research, while I was studying my master's program, I did diplomacy. I came across a lot of things that treaties, international treaties that Nigeria has signed, but the truth is, in reality, these things are not functional. Which is to say that not that in Nigeria we don't have those structures in place, not that we don't have those international treaties that have been signed, not that we don't have like bilateral relationships with other countries. We do have it, but the problem is it is not functional. And when a structure is put in place but is not functional, it's as good as you not having any treaty being signed. It's as good as you not having any structures being put in place. So today I really want to talk about what happened on 30th of November this year, 2021. There was a child called Sylvester that was bullied to death. This child was just 11 years old. Yes, as of the time he died. And when I was going through africannews.com, I noticed that this school claimed that he died out of food. He was injured actually by playing football. But the thing is, going through the sequence and everything, guys, you're going to see everything on the screen. The guy, disclaimer actually, I just have to say, should in case you cannot stomach this information I'm putting across, and I'll make sure I'm not putting out like something that are not viewable. I'll just put like his picture. I'm not going to put the ones that where he was bleeding through his mouth, where the parents were going through a lot of things. No, ongoing protest has been going on because of this boy's death. Coming from the perspective of the school management was saying that this guy died because he was playing football. Why the witnesses that were in his hostel room, because he was going to a boarding school. Now let me tell you guys the story from what we read and what we saw is that this guy was bullied. He is in a boarding school. He is just in JS2. The same school which is called Darwin College in Lagos. Most of you that know Nigeria will not know. Lagos is like the largest city in Nigeria, the commercial city. A lot of things are happening there. Companies, international businesses. It's like a very the heart of Nigeria. So there is a college called the Doman College where this guy works. From the story, we came to find out that he, even his elder sisters, passed out from this college, but he was constantly being bullied. And after which he was bullied, he was beaten, according to the father, that the child was in his room. And that day, after being bullied and everything, he was given a chemical to drink. Now, the thing is, this is not a good thing for Nigeria, because like we are at the forefront, the giant of Africa won't say, right? So anything that happens in Nigeria tends to be magnified. But apart from that, things like this could be avoided. Okay, before I start talking about the lessons I learned, the things I think we should look into, first and foremost, this is what happened. He was bullied right when he was on his bed, and 5 of his senior students bullied him, kicked him, he was beaten, and according to the story, he kept on complaining, his body was paining him. His parents, they took him to a bay, where a sick bay, where he was being taken care of by a nurse, and the nurse had to call the parents, come and pick up your child. The parents went and picked up the child. According to the video we saw that is rampant everywhere online, this child was bleeding through his mouth, and his lips were like literally scattered. And so he told the parent that he was given something to drink. So, which is a chemical? We are still waiting for the autopsy results to be able to know like what kind of chemical that was given to this child to drink. Now, this child has died. So, I would say our heart goes out to the family. Please do accept our condolence, and also we pray that Sylvester gets the justice that he deserves. This is not the first time this is happening. There was a girl, Karen, I think so, that died as well. And when they went for autopsy, they found out that there was a used condom left in her private part. Okay. Apart from that, there was another one that happened again. I think in Akwa Ibom, I can't really remember. A child, the place, but I think it's like one of those Akwa Ibom, like the southern part of Nigeria. A child as well that was in boarding school was so maltreated. It was like a church called Deeper Life, for those of you that are not Nigerians, and the mother was like, he needed to see this child. That boy was so cute and healthy, but going to a boarding school and coming back, he looked like, you can't, literally, you don't even want to see him because of the way he looks. So now, the thing is, this thing that has to do with children being maltreated in boarding school is, it has gotten out of hands and nothing is happening about it. Because let's assume they treated Karen's issue properly and they brought those people to justice, because there could be traces, but they swept it under the carpet. That was why the thing repeated with the Deeper Life issue, that the child was maltreated in the boarding school and that child almost died. The mother was threatened. They almost killed the mother. There are no security to protect this woman. That repeated again. And now we are dealing with Sylvester's issue. So now we have to fix the fact, because this is reality. Some reality checks here. This keep happening and nobody is doing anything about it. So most of us are like YouTubers, most of us are doing a lot of things, we sing, we dance. Nigeria is full of talent, amazing youths. So in our own circle, for those of us that are like, this is what we are doing, we want to share, like keep spreading it, because the more we talk about it, and the government see that we are not happy with the way the children or the young adults in Nigeria are being treated, they will find out that this is wrong. Not that we don't have those structures in place. The Child's Right Act is there. That is a treaty that's signed to protect every child, to allow a child to live up to their expectations. But these things are not happening. So we keep losing children on a daily basis. A country where human lives are not being valued. A country where everything that happens is being swept under the carpet. How will a child that was sent to school to study, Sylvester could be the president of Nigeria tomorrow. Sylvester could be a pilot, and the father said he wanted to be a pilot. Sylvester could be an engineer. He can provide any solution to the world. We don't even know if the children that are dying on a daily basis in the soil of Nigeria are the people that are to bring the change. So when the people that are meant to bring the change are dead, how do we as a country get to our destination or where we are going? Nigeria had their independence in 1960, October 1st. We should be like 61 years old. 61 years of no good roads, 61 years of no electricity, 61 years of we cannot even boast of security, we cannot even boast of good hospitals, we cannot even boast of solid education. For example, we have what they call HND or OND. We cannot do anything with it because it's not functional. It's not internationally recognized. Except for countries like UK that recognizes it because of course they colonized Nigeria. Okay, let's give that the credit, yeah? What about other international Western world where people really want to go to study? So these are like problems and issues that we're having in our country. Most of the time, bloggers shy away from it. Musicians shy away from it. Because people are shy. You know, when you're ashamed, you don't want to talk about your country. You don't want to boldly say, okay, I am a Nigerian. Because you're looking at it, how will people look at me? How will people say, there are still good people in Nigeria. There are still people that really want to see this change happen. That want to make the change happen. But how do we do this? Now, this is where we are. For a parent to lose a child of 11 years old, it took them time to get to that stage. Me, myself, I am a product of boarding house. I went to a boarding school. And the thing I can really say is that then we took it like, that is how it is. You just go through those stress. You just go through those punishment and all that. Now, things have changed because I think things that are happening in boarding houses is now on the extreme side. Like during the time I was in boarding school, there were like punishments where literally they asked me a senior asked me to use a spoon to fetch water to fill a bucket. That was wickedness. And I was bullied as well. The principal, he's late now, I'm not going to mention his name for the sake of the family because, you know, he literally he flogged me to the extent that my clothes were sticking to my skin. My uniform were stained with blood. They have to be detaching my uniform from my skin. So this is bullying. But then we never took all these things serious. Well, as it stands now, we just have to take them seriously because people are losing their lives. We are losing children to boarding houses, which doesn't make sense. School is an institution that is meant to protect a child. School is an institution that when a child gets into, the child should feel safe mentally, physically, and psychologically. Because this is a process within an environment when the child does not feel safe mentally, physically, emotionally, psychologically, the child does not feel safe. The child will not be able to learn. Now, what are the takeaways? Looking at what has happened to Sylvester, I will take myself as an example. Sometimes my younger brother came to me and he was like, he doesn't want to go to this school. My mother was like, oh, we all went through the boarding houses, blah, blah, blah. So why is he complaining? I said, okay, fine. I told him, take the phone from my mother. I told him to go to my room. He went to my room where my mother couldn't hear our conversation. I was like, what is happening? My younger brother told me everything that was happening in the school, how they're maltreating them, the feeding and everything. And each time he goes back, he comes back sick. And I told my mother, we are going to change this school. And that was how we changed the school. I told them, tell the principal, he is done with the school. We are moving into a different school. So, what am I saying? Sylvester's issue should be a study. Because now, these things keep happening. One thing is for things to keep happening, but another thing is, the question we have to ask is, what is the lesson as individuals we are taking from everything that is happening around our premises, around our vicinity? Because this could be a problem if things keep reoccurring and we are not learning any lesson and we are not taking any preventive measures to make sure that we mitigate these things or we prevent them before they happen. That is the problem. That is where we will use the word stupidity comes in, because things keep happening, we are not learning from it, we are not doing anything about it, nobody cares. These are human lives, for crying out loud. From the side of the parents, I am not a parent yet, but I have siblings, And I know how bad I feel when they cut their hands. Maybe they are trying to cut their nails and mistakenly cut their hand with the razor. I feel so bad because I could literally see them bleeding. These are my blood that came from the same womb with me. But then how would a parent feel when your child is dying literally in front of you, bleeding through his mouth, and you cannot do anything to save because you don't even know the mechanisms on what is going on in the child's body? Before that child could be bleeding through the mouth, that means the organs, internal organs, everything is already damaged. Wake up, people. Let's wake up. This is not just a fight for the government. This is not just a fight for the parent. You might be saying, I'm not a parent today, but you could be. You can still be a parent tomorrow. So this is not like it's Sylvester's family's issue. No, it's for everybody. Look out for other people. That's the problem we're having. We don't look out for other people. It's not my child. It's not my business. That is why things keep getting spoiled and no one is even trying to do anything about it. So now, for the parents, I did a video last time I talked about parenting. We should learn to listen to our children. I'm just saying this because of the way my mother deals with me, my parents. My mother gives me this audience. I can literally say anything. Even when I'm dating, I'll tell my mother, this is what I'm dating. I think I love this guy. I think I care about him. I think I don't love this one. No, this is what I want. We should create that room, that avenue to be able to communicate with your children so that they can be able to tell you things. Aunties, uncles, anywhere you are, you have a role to play. Sometimes when you see your nephew or your niece come back from school and they're not looking bright, try to find out. Because most times they get bullied either by their classmates or by other children or by the teachers or by the people that is even taking them there. So it is a wake-up call for parents. It's a wake-up call for aunties, for aunts, for anybody. Like when I go back to Nigeria, I have a nephew. I'll ask him, what is happening to you? He'll say, Auntie Faith, I don't like the way they are doing this one will be. I said, anything they do to you, come and tell me. I'll buy him what he likes. We will gist, we will laugh. You tell me that auntie wanted to flog me, he was even doing like this. I say, if they do like this, come and tell me too, we'll do like that. So this is what I'm saying. The place should be conducive for our children. Now, boarding houses is not a bad idea. It's not a bad thing. But the thing is, what is the mechanism? What is the structure of these boarding houses? What are they doing? How is the management? How are they making sure that these children are fine? Every boarding house, we are in the 21st century. Not like when we went to boarding house back in the days. There should be CCTV cameras to be able to see what are these children doing. Parents should be able to talk to their children. Children should be able to feel comfortable. There should be cameras to monitor what is happening. And if you're in charge of the housemaster or housemistress, there's always someone on duty that day. Try to check what is happening. Go through the CCTV camera. It's only in my country where they have CCTV camera and they don't make use of it. The deed has been done. Then they will play the CCTV camera later, which has to do with negligence, which has to do with reluctancy, which has to do with I don't care attitude. It's none of my business. But you are in the position to make things right. Everything is not done by Buhari. Buhari is not going to come to be monitoring the boarding houses, to be monitoring what should have happened to Sylvester. There are people that these duties have been delegated to that should handle this. This could have been avoided because you cannot tell me that Sylvester was just bullied just once. It has been happening. It has been reoccurring, but nobody took it serious. And this is where we are today. Who knows if we have lost the future president of Nigeria? We cannot tell because we keep losing children to the cold hands of death that could have just been avoided. I feel so bad and I feel so sad because this can be anybody's child. Now, the second thing I really want to talk about again is appointments, Polish appointments in Nigeria. Now, like I was trying to speak with some friends, we are just like going through everything to see what is happening. I assist university to recruit students, but the thing is when it comes to Polish embassy, this is still the problem we are having. Why are they selling appointment in Polish embassy? A student will apply to a university just to pay 120 euros or 100 euros, and you are applying through your country's embassy, through the Polish embassy in your country, and you are being required to pay 200,000 naira. Most of these people don't have that money. There's some students that I know that till now, they have not even gotten an appointment to put in for their submission because they don't even know how to go about it. They are just stranded. They cannot even go further from there because there are no appointments in the embassy. I know these provisions were made online, but because some certain group of people have hacked the website, they are now selling appointments that people should have just gone through the due process to book for appointment online. They have to pay them for them to provide them an appointment. The question is, if we keep doing this as Nigerians, fellow Nigerians, if we keep doing this to our people, to ourselves, where are we going? What is happening? The truth to be told is that money can never be enough. We are where we are today because of greed, because of selfishness, because of self-centeredness, and still nobody wants to learn. You are selling an appointment. What is your benefit? How much do you want to gain for an appointment? How long do you continue with this? Everything is not the problem of the president. The approach that we all are running to today, we are coming to, people made it to be the way it is. You will never see a white man on the road after drinking water and they will drop the can on the floor. Because they know that it is bad, it shouldn't be so. They will go to where the trash can is and they will put it there. It's called orderliness. As human beings, that is what we are meant to do. Animals shouldn't be more organized than human beings. Because we have 5 senses that are working properly. Why are we not using it? Nigerians are the problems of Nigeria. Because you cannot tell me that someone or a top government official came and hacked the website. A country where the gateman will be the one selling an appointment. Most time the consulate, diplomatic mission that we are delegated to this country don't even know what is happening. You are making life difficult for your fellow Nigerians. You are frustrating people. We have to stop. It is spoiling a lot of things and we are not going anywhere with it. We are not. We are not. These are like things I really look at. I think things are like, it's really frustrating and it's bad. It's affecting a lot of people. I just want to talk about it in my video today. Another thing I want to talk about again is online, which you're going to see on the screen. This is related to churches. Anybody that will be seeing this video today, if you're a pastor, you've suffered, you've gone through the rain, the sun, the moon, the sky, whatever you've done, you've laid your foundation, you've built your church to a certain stage. I have one thing to say to you. Be mindful of who you are giving your pulpit to. The reason because a lot of them are scatterers, they are not gatherers. Somebody said something, this lady, you're going to see it on the screen here. She said something about Ontodike, which I looked at it and in my head I'm like, what is happening? This is so pathetic, this is so sad, because in the church today, I would say the believers, they will derail from what Christ asked them to do. Christ said, go ye into the word, baptize, preach to the people, drag them to me. Speak the word to them. Tell them that Jesus loved them. Tell them that Jesus cares about them. Tell them that this is what I want them to do. You are not coercing people to give their life to Christ. You are not preaching and telling people that they are going to die today and go to hell, instigating fears. Anyone that gives their life to Christ out of fear is going to take the life back from Christ tomorrow when he finds out that you were just instigating fears. You don't use fear to drag people or to forcefully coerce people into the kingdom of Christ. That is not what the gospel is all about. When has it become scriptural to tell people that Tonto Dike is not even born of a human being? Where is it in the Bible? And people are sitting down there listening. The crowd I saw there today, I was marveled when I looked at the video. Look at the crowd. And most of them are going to go with that. You cannot come out publicly to be calling somebody that he is not even born of a human being. The person you're referring to have heads, have hands, have like, is a human being, like, for crying out loud. This is not scriptural. That is why you as a person, be careful of what you see. Study the word to show that yourself approved. That is what Timothy said. A workman that didn't know to be ashamed, but dividing the word of truth. We are in a generation where people are not rightly dividing this word of truth, which is the Bible. They are not even studying, so they don't know what to say at a particular time. How will you be preaching about Tonto Dike in a congregation? Is she one of the 12 disciples? I mean, Tonto Dike was one of the 12 disciples and nobody told us about it. Is there a book in the Bible that says the book of Tonto? The book of King Tonto? We are living what we are meant to be doing something else. Believers now are chasing shadows. We have left reality. We have left the things that God asked us to do, and we are doing things that are not even connected to what we should be doing. So in this matter, I would say everyone that has successfully built their church to an extent should be careful of who they are giving their mics to. So you don't bring people to Christ and one person comes and takes out the crowd to help. So these are things that I look at it, it's like it's bothering me, and I came here today to share these things. And another thing I really want to talk about again in the part of education is for those of you that are coming from masters. You want to come for masters in Lithuania, you want to come for masters in Poland, anywhere in the world you want to go for masters. Academic transcript of record is a very important part of your application. So if you are planning to study abroad, you should make sure you have academic transcript of records. Get it beforehand. It takes time in Nigeria, like it takes forever. This is still the problem I'm having. A country where nothing seems, you can't really boast of anything that is working properly. It could be frustrating. It can just be frustrating and annoying. Transcript of record that after you study abroad, they are giving you everything the same day. Like, but here it's taking ages. So I'm dropping this information so any one of you, or those of you that want to come for 2022 academic session, start now and start looking for your transcripts. Try writing your school. Try telling them how it will be. Keep them informed. So you wouldn't. A lot of people missed their admissions because of transcript of record. Please start early. And another thing again I want to talk about today is the European academic calendar. Guys, most of you are coming now December for February intake. It doesn't work that way. You start 2 or 3 months before time. For those of you that want to come and study September 2022, some of the admission, like in Lithuania now, most of the schools are already opened. So they keep collecting students, and when you get to a certain stage, they already have the number of the students they want. And when you're applying, they will tell you you're already over. So know when to apply and when not to apply. You have MB, you have buying MB from NTN, anywhere you're getting your MB. Use it for something productive and stop wasting your time. Most of you are wasting your time, and it's pretty annoying because there are a lot of information you miss daily you're meant to have, but just because you don't seek to know, you seek to be known, which is the problem I have with a lot of people. Because I'm in a position right now where a lot of people reach out to me on daily basis. If I don't meet people every day of my life, 5 new persons write me every day of my life. And they come with different issues. And these issues could easily be avoided, but because they are so nonchalant and reluctant, they don't care. European academic calendar is different. You don't come on December to be looking for admission for February intake and you want to get the admission now. It doesn't work that way. It's passed because you need to apply for visa. If the person was even within European Schengen area, they could give you admission because you don't need to go through the process of visas and all that. In case you don't know, VFS was taking 4 weeks. From 4 weeks to 6 weeks. Now it's 8 weeks. And another issue we are having in Lithuania VFS is that, please, I don't know if you guys should see this video. When students submit their document, can you please dispatch it on time? You keep the document, and before they send it to Turkey, most of them has already expired. So in a nutshell, I really want to say that the death of Sylvester is a very painful thing. It shouldn't happen to any parent. It shouldn't happen to any brother. It shouldn't happen to any sister. I can't even imagine. Because being an adult that lost my father till today, haven't recovered from it. Then how will I recover from looking at my younger brother or my sibling bleeding through his mouth and he couldn't even speak? He couldn't even do anything. And I'm with him and I'm trying to resuscitate him, but it's not working because maybe, who knows, his internal organs are already damaged. How do I come out from that trauma? It is painful, it is bad. So how do we do this? This is not just a wake-up call for the government. This is a wake-up call for all fellow Nigerians, for everyone. We are not wishing anybody, but with the way the country is going, it can happen to anyone. So there are questions that need answers. What is the security measures that have been put in place to make sure that children in boarding school are protected? Are our children safe these days? Can these children who have already been victims get their justice? How do we protect these children for these things they are going through? How do we even prevent it from happening in the first place? What is the government doing to make sure these things are mitigated or erased completely? A population of 2 million plus is a lot of things to be done. During my research, I saw a lot of things happening. As long as we are praying for Nigeria, which is another problem I'm going to talk about, religion is one of the issues we're having. We should also put into work. There are a lot of work that needs to be done. There are things that cannot be done. Prayers cannot solve them. We just have to act, because that is the way it should be. If the housemaster that was in charge that day went upstairs to check why is the light off at a certain time, he or she would have seen that Sylvester is being bullied. Or when Sylvester was complaining about his body, he calls him to a corner and give him the confidence and the room to speak. And the guy will speak up and tell him, this is the issue I'm having. This is what happened to me. He will take it up from there. This boy wouldn't have died. You and I have a role to play. It doesn't matter where we are in any part of the world. We can lend our voices. We can just look out for each other. That's all we need to do. We are too self-centered, too selfish, too greedy in my country. And that is the problem we are having today. Everybody wants it all for themselves, for their families, and for their 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th generation. It's not like that. We all came and met the world the way it is. We all are going to leave the world one day. Nobody's going. Even Methuselah died. Hello, what are we saying? This is a very painful thing. We just pray that God grant the family the grace to actually live and get the justice that they deserve. Sylvester is dead and he's gone. He's gone is that he is gone. He will never come back again. Everything he would have done, his dreams, his aspiration, his goals, his vision is off for life. That is why we don't have to take it for granted. Because anyone that dies, dies. They never live to tell their stories. Thank you so much for seeing my video. I pray that God bless everyone and keep everyone. I'll be coming your way again. Guys, I'm in Estonia. I will try to see if I can be able to take some videos for you guys. Even though the weather is already dark right now. It's a very sad thing for me, but let's keep it going. Let's keep praying for the family of the victim. God be with everyone. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and I'll keep you guys informed. Peace out. Bye. I'm wearing like that.